Well, boys and girls, it looks like the RCMP are at it again. Just read a story there in the paper. A local cop in Kelowna. I think in Kelowna there. You can't quote me on this because I just glanced. A local cop threw a 15-year-old girl to the ground. Just like threw her. I mean, do they ever stop? I mean, sure, he might have saved her life because there was a giant gravel truck sliding towards him and her. But there you go, violence again against a young girl. Saved her life. Cops, they're good for nothing, I tell you. Oh, unless we need them. Yeah, then they're pretty good. And, you know, cop haters, give it a rest. Like, really, just saying. Sometimes good people do bad things, and sometimes good cops are in situations where bad stuff happens. They deal with it the best they think at the time. Sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong. You people that are like, oh, we should disband the RCMP. Well, how would that have helped this little girl, right, as he was there? This cop got his legs crushed, yeah, between this truck and this grader or this sand truck or whatever it was, right? At cost of his own life, he risked that to push this girl to safety. Some of you guys are going to see the bad in every situation because your hatred of anything authority is so great. Sometimes good people do things that are not right. And then they get punished for it, hopefully. And sometimes they learn their lesson and sometimes they don't. You can't tar everyone with the same brush. How many of you guys at the beginning of this were just like, yeah, stupid cops? Some of the comments on my cop videos, guys, it's just harsh. You know, I look at your channels, what have you done? When have you ever helped anyone? The stuff these guys have to deal with on a day-to-day basis? The amount of douchebags they have to deal with? And the amount of good people they have to help? They do more in a day than most people will do in years to help people. Who's gonna clean up the streets? Who's gonna track down the bad guy when someone breaks into your house, steals your stuff, and rapes your kid? Who's gonna do that? Who's got the resources to go and find those people and bring them to justice? Not you, not me, right? They're perfect. No, they're not. They're nowhere near perfect. They're a giant organization full of people who are flawed because they're people. But they're not all bad. In fact, most of them are there because they want to help people. It's not some jackboot, you know, authority complex that makes you a cop. You become a cop because you want to help people. You want to change the world. You want to stop bad people from doing bad things. Different things drive different people to become a cop. And I know a lot of them. I drove cab for years. And I was grateful to have those guys. Right? Because when some crackhead's robbing me, or putting a needle in my face, or whatever, or pull a knife on me, or pull a taser on me, right? I can only do so much, and then it's nice to have the guy with the gun show up, right? And take the bad guy away, or the bad guys away. Are they the be-all and end-all? God, no, right? Should we be allowed to carry firearms? I don't know. But we should be allowed to protect ourselves at all costs, because the cops aren't going to be there before it happens, usually. Right? There's a limitation to what they can do. There's a limitation because there's only so many resources that we're willing to pay for, that we're going to give to pay for this policing. Right? There's a certain amount of freedom we expect in Canada, in the US, in the Western world. And with that comes a police force that, quite frankly, if you've done any traveling, we got a pretty good police force. Stop being haters, right? If somebody does something wrong, hold them to account, definitely. But they're not all dicks. They're not. A lot of good people out there, risking their life every day for you and me, right? They're the ones that gotta clean up the bodies. They're the ones that they're the first people at these accidents, right? They're the first one to pick your body parts up from under a semi when you drive your motorbike into the side of it. Guys, slow down on your bikes, please. My bike's been sat for 2 years because I just saw too much stuff one summer. Right? It's these guys that have to deal with this stuff. It's not you and me that have to deal with it. Right? If it's not them, who's going to do it? It's them who's got to go do the next of kin stuff. They got to go and tell people that someone's not coming home. They're the ones that find the people that do the wrong things to you and me. So maybe just give them a thumbs up. You know? Buy them a coffee. Treat them with some respect. If you talk to them with respect when they're pulling you over, guess what? There's a really good chance you might not get the ticket. It usually works for me. Do I deserve the ticket? Yeah. But I never mouth off. Just, hey, how's it going? Sorry. Treat them with respect, like you would your grandma. Things will be okay. Be drunk, mouth off, push a cop, you're probably going to jail. Just saying. So, big thumbs up to the cop involved. Hope he heals fast. Hope his leg's okay. You know, save the life of a little girl, 15-year-old girl. You know, that would have been a tragedy. The cop took it. He took it. So there you go. Half a headline, completely different story, eh? Have a good day, guys.